San Diego's 41st annual Pride Parade and Festival takes place this weekend. This year's theme is Liberty and Justice for All, which among other things celebrates last month's U.S. Supreme Court ruling in favor of same-sex marriage in all 50 states. The Pentagon also announced they're moving toward removing the military's ban on transgender people serving openly in the military. Stephen Whitburn, Executive Director of San Diego Pride, and San Diego City Councilman Todd Gloria are here with a preview of this weekend's Pride events and what's next for the LGBT community in San Diego. And Stephen, let's talk about the Pride events this weekend and the focus on the transgender community. How's that going to happen?
The transgender community is the grand marshal of the San Diego Pride Parade this year, so they'll be up in front of the parade. They face a lot of prejudice, so we want to call attention to that, give them visibility, and call for an end to that prejudice. And you mentioned the transgender people in the military. We're going to have openly transgender people marching with the military contingent this year.
Now, San Diego's Pride Parade was the first to have military in uniform dancing.
Yes, for gay and lesbian.
Marching it. Right,
yep.
Exactly. So same holds true now. Has that been approved?
It has not been officially approved, but they will be in the parade, and one of them, in fact, is going to be carrying the transgender flag in the color guard.
And Todd, let's talk about this because there's been quite a few advancements as far as equal rights are for the LGBT community, both in the military and, of course, legally in the courts. But your recent op-ed piece for Gay San Diego, you wrote that more work needs to be done. What do you think are some of the most important next steps?
I think there's a tremendous amount of stuff, and Stephen just hit upon it. You know, our transgender community still suffers a great deal of inequity, and we have to work on that. We're taking some steps here at the local level. There's some work been done at the state level, but so much more must be done. I think that we have to keep in mind the fact that our LGBT youth are more likely to be bullied, experience homelessness, and attempt suicide. That has to be addressed. We know that many of our LGBT seniors are forced back into the closet in their golden years. There's a lot of work left to be done, but the victories that we are celebrating this weekend are going to be incredible, but it's also a reminder that there's so much more work to do.
And I was going to ask that, how do local Pride events, I'll start with you, Todd, how do they actually help the LGBT community here?
Well, I think they draw attention. You know, Prides are political marches, really. I mean, they're celebrations and they're fun and everyone should come, but the truth is it's making a strong statement, and Pride Parade have been the way our community have rallied around things like repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell, ending the Defense of Marriage Act, getting to marriage equality, and now hopefully with this year, some more transgender rights.
And Stephen, this is one of the bigger events. Can you tell us a little bit about how many people come and what sort of things are available to do?
This is one of the biggest events in the city. Last year we had 100,000 people at the parade, 40,000 people at the Pride Music Festival. We think those numbers are going to grow this year because there's so much excitement in the air. We have a rally and a block party on Friday night. We have the parade Saturday morning along with a 5K, and then the Pride Music Festival in Balboa Park both Saturday and Sunday.
And who can come? Who should come and join in all this fun?
Everybody is invited. Everybody is welcome. Not only the LGBT community, but our straight allies. Because as hard as the LGBT community has worked for the advances we've made, we would not have been able to do it without all of our allies. And this is a celebration for everybody who believes in equality.
And Todd, it sounds like San Diego has been sort of a forerunner as far as politically advancing this.
Yeah, I think San Diego is going to be very proud of the role that we've played in advancing LGBT equality, human dignity ordinance in the 1990s. We famously went on the record in support of marriage equality long before it was popular, and we continue to push the edge with things like banning gender expression and gender identity discrimination in city contracting. We're moving forward with gender neutral bathrooms. There's a lot of work that we have done here locally, and that's the reason why San Diego should rejoice in the progress that we've made and come out and celebrate this weekend with Stephen and I.
And how would you say that this momentum, how would you like to see this weekend's festival continue, and just what you were talking about? Does it build momentum, do you think?
It does, and I think the message really is that this is not mission accomplished. There's a lot of work that's left to be done, so we will celebrate this weekend, but on Monday we're going to resume the work of pushing forward for full equality, and as Stephen says, not just for ourselves, but for all of our community. When any part of our community is discriminated against, we all suffer.
All right, well, we've got more information on San Diego Pride events on our website, kpbs.org. Stephen Whitburn and Todd Gloria, thank you so much.
Thank you.